Recording. Hello, this is Catherine Clement in Boulder, Colorado, and this is our weekly wellness Zoom. And today I am absolutely thrilled to introduce you to a lovely lady, Kay Dillie. And I'm going to let her tell you all about the wonderful things that she's into, but I'm just excited. I kind of snagged her last minute because I had somebody cancel, so she's very generous of her time to come and speak with us today. And I know it's going to be an amazing conversation because, Kay, you are exactly, we just got to talk for a few minutes, but you're exactly, that's where my wellness group is very holistic, as natural as possible. And
Yes.
even though I was a registered nurse for 20 years, thank God, I worked in neonatal intensive care. And so pretty much all the drugs I gave were life-saving drugs. They weren't these chronic drugs that they kill people
Oh,
with slowly. I always treated my own family and myself with natural things. Being Native American, I'm very drawn to herbs, but I also studied homeopathics, and I actually got to work for a naturopath for a while down in Orlando, Florida, which was really cool.
oh, that is exciting.
Yeah, I got to learn a lot of stuff there, but I don't want to talk about me. I want to talk about you, and I want you to tell us all about your experience, what brought you to the company that you're with and about the products and things like that. But tell us your story first, if you don't mind.
Well, my name is Kay Dillie. I'm a wife, a grandmother, and a mom. I have a disability which is called FH, Familial Hypercholesterolemia. I have to have what they call apheresis treatments every 2 weeks until I die. My body is super sensitive to man-made materials. Um, so I'm always striving to find that something to help keep me well. Um, it's very, very difficult. Chemicals are not my friend. I've ended up in the hospital with issues from people saying, "Oh, this is wonderful," and over the counter is like very, very questionable. Um, there's no regulations on it, basically, so it could be plastic for all we know that is in there, and it can make us very ill. Well, what really got me excited about the company Color Earth that I'm with through my affiliate marketing company, Our GV, it's all holistic, and I am able to utilize these supplements and whatnot and have no bad reactions to them. Yay! It is very exciting. And the other thing is we also use oils, and all of the components from our products are from the earth. And it is just amazing. Also, the other thing that drew me, to this company is that not only do we give good health to people, we also give back to the earth. So when we purchase products and whatnot, we plant trees, and we're also helping the little communities that that we use to get for the products. We help them supplement their life too. So we are helping a variety of different people and helping people with their own health. And the fun part is everybody loves chocolate. I mean, I am very guilty. Oh my gosh. We have a multivitamin. It has 14 vitamins and minerals in it, and we can have it every day. Diabetic people, everything. So taking our vitamins isn't like so humdrum. We get to eat chocolate. Oh, and I love the oils and whatnot because they are 100% pure. And we also have a grapeseed oil that we utilize to put it like in roller balls and whatnot, bottles. So then you can put it on your body wherever you need it. And oh, I can't say that, it's helped me medically. I can't make those claims, but since I've started using these supplements, our greens and whatnot, I have felt so much better. And it helps take the inflammation out of your body as well. Mine anyway. So I love to share the information, help people, strive to be healthier. And, what did our ancestors use? They used plants and roots and oils from the earth. Well, I think we need to find our way back to that.
I agree with you. I completely agree with you. Every medicine that we need, God has provided for us through nature.
Absolutely.
And I mean, who's the better physician here?
Right?
Right? The people in the pharmaceutical companies that are making things to make a profit and actually making people sick on purpose to make a profit.
I know,
I
sad.
can say that with all honesty because I worked in the field for 20 years and I
Right.
saw what went on behind the scenes, and I saw the politicalness of it, and it's a business.
Right. You're right.
And it's very sad.
Yes.
I'm sure that the doctors were thrilled when I won't say they were thrilled when I got thrown off the back of that horse, but I'm sure that they don't mind not arguing with me over what we were going to do with our patients, because
Absolutely.
I was like this patient advocate, and if they said draw blood on that baby, I was like, you tell me what you're going to change in the care plan based on the results of that, because those poor babies, oh my goodness. And then the older people, I got to work a little bit in like nursing homes. I did a lot of home health with kids and adults on ventilators, because I was trained in ventilators, of course, working in the NICU. So I was always in there trying to teach people like how they could get off of their medications and switch over to something natural. And oh my gosh, the doctors hated that, and they kept telling me I couldn't do it. And I just kept doing it anyway because I don't care.
Right? I mean, oh my goodness.
It's crazy.
Well, and being an advocate for children like I have in my life as well, and my family, and having the health issues that I have, oh my goodness, we have to step up and take care of ourselves. Seriously, we have positive, natural things. I believe we should fall back on those instead of, it's nice not to have to worry whether it's going to affect me, make me sick, hurt my children. I mean, oh my gosh, it's a big, big change, and I love it.
Yeah. I want to say, because my internet was just acting up there, if I drop off, I'll find a way to get back to you.
Okay.
It's my internet. I'm just on wireless, and so it's wonky some days. I don't know why. But I was in a company before. Well, I've used essential oils for years, but I actually was in a company before that had 100% pure oils, which is very hard to find. I want people to understand, like you said, most of the things that you find in the store, even a health food store, is not 100% oils. And
correct.
It's so important to get pure oils, because these are really strong medicine. I've seen oils accomplish major things you would just miracles. And but you have to be careful who you get them through. Now, that particular company, oh my gosh, they had such amazing products, and unfortunately they went out of business.
Aww.
And many of us with health conditions that had been on their products, we had been steadily making progress, and suddenly the products were gone and we all reverted back. And it was so sad, because it's one thing to be ill, but then when you gain it back and then you lose it again, it's just like, oh, here we go again.
Right.
I mean, we're used to it, right? I've been,
yes.
You just have to roll with what you're given. And what I say is you have to have a toolbox just full of things to use, because sometimes even something that worked before doesn't work at the moment, so you have to have
Right.
a huge toolbox. And essential oils is definitely, pure essential oils is definitely one of the things that
Yes.
should be in there. And homeopathics are great too. I don't know if you guys carry any of those. Or now, tell me about the greens. You mentioned greens.
Yes, we have alkalizing greens. They
Mm-hmm.
help get your body back to the alkaline state that it actually should be in,
Mm-hmm.
instead of such the acidic state.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the acidic part, when we get to that point, I know that it makes us not well. It grabs onto just the ugly things we don't need in life.
Mm-hmm.
And they are not bad at all. My grandchildren even drink them.
That's
So
good.
I know, and my husband puts his in his coffee in the morning even,
Oh,
and
wow.
I know, whatever works, as long as he's being healthy, I don't care. But it's hard to get them to comply with things, so it's just funny. But we have the alkalizing greens, and then we have the sweet greens, and they both have all the vitamins that we need from the green plants, from vegetables, from fruit, and everything in them. There's no chemicals, and we even have to keep it in the refrigerator after we open it. So, I mean, and it's nice to have that.
Mm-hmm.
We have a line that is alkalizing, like I said, the alkalizing greens. There's also a tablet, and we also have drops that you can put in your water to help get that out of there, because, oh my goodness, we all know everybody's having issues with even just tap water.
Mm-hmm.
So it's nice to know that we have something that we can utilize to help be healthy with that even.
Absolutely.
We have another line that they've been working on for the last 3 or 4 months. They're still doing research on, they're still implementing, but it is for health and wellness. And it will be like, it'll have your greens and your vitamins that you need, the minerals that we don't get, the vitamin D, the fish oils that we need, the omegas. Also, like, I was trying to think what the one mineral we forget to get. Magnesium, sorry, that would be it. We don't get enough of that either. And vitamin D is a really big issue for many people. And we have all of that implemented in everything. So, and oh my gosh, you can get packages, or they call them sets, of things to help each other throughout the day, taking care of your health. You can buy things individually, because not everything works for everybody,
Mm-hmm.
but we have those options there. The simple things for like people that have heart issues, we need to have like the CoQ10. We've got to have the lipozene and all those things. We have those, and they're 100%. They are not chemical based at all. And I was so excited because, like, the greens and stuff, they come with the little measure things so you're not overusing, and you can put them in anything. Mix them in just water or juice, or make a smoothie with them. I mean, you can do whatever, but they taste good without having to do anything. So
That's always a plus.
yes, taste is very important. I know people think green, ew, but I've asked little kids, they'll tell me, well, I don't like to eat green food or purple food. And I'm like, well, what does purple taste like?
Mm-hmm.
And so then they try it, and it's not so bad. So, I mean, it's in a fun adventure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just
I'm a grandma
exciting.
too, so I get real excited when I hear the grandkids will drink it.
I know, right? And they do really well. I mean, just put in their juice even, and oh my gosh, it's just amazing.
I can't wait to get like an ingredient list. I know that I'll get you to send me one, and some more
Yes.
information, because I want to be able to put your link when I upload this onto YouTube. I want to put your contact information there, so be sure
Oh,
just private message me that. And
oh, I would love to. Thank
yeah,
you.
absolutely. Now you mentioned inflammation, and that is a really huge piece of it that a lot of people miss.
Right.
Let's talk a little bit more about that.
Okay. Everybody gets inflammation in their body. The inflammation, it's amazing. People, we don't even realize it. It puts strain on our internal organs as well as our joints. Our skin gets tight. You just ache and you hurt, and it makes arthritis hurt worse. Oh my goodness, it's just amazing. Well, if you have your body at your good alkaline level, it takes that swelling out and you're able to move better. Your inside internal organs work better, and it's really, really awesome. And I know we also have one that's an oxygen, an alkalized oxygen thing that helps your lungs as well. And oh my gosh, it's really awesome. My mother-in-law, she has COPD, and she utilizes that, and it really helps her.
Wow, that's
So I
awesome.
know, right? And it's awesome to see her be able to move better and not struggle to breathe as much. I mean, I can't say that that is exactly what it is, but since she started taking it, she has improved.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's hard to tell, but it's really exciting to see that natural things are better.
They're always better.
Yes.
Yeah, they're always better. The acidity, inflammation can cause acidity. Acidity can cause inflammation. So it's like this horrible cycle that we get into. Anybody that, like me, who's in pain all the time, we have a
Mm-hmm.
lot of acidity and inflammation to deal with because of the cortisol levels and everything going on, triggered by the pain. So,
Right.
and then there's genetic factors, and it's
Yeah.
interesting that you have this genetic condition. And if you don't mind, I'd like you to talk about that a little bit, because I think some people believe that the only reason somebody's cholesterol would be high is because they have a very poor diet or stuff like that. And people need to understand that there are some genetic conditions that can predispose people.
Very true. What I have is called familial hypercholesterolemia. And what is going on is my liver, it doesn't have the receptors in it that help pull the cholesterol out of my body. So then what had happened is my body hoarded it, basically. It stays in my blood, makes it very thick and heavy. Well, it caused me to have heart attacks very young. I was 35 years old when I had my first one. And I have had 3 heart attacks. But since I've started taking or having my LDL treatments, my apheresis treatments, what it does is it pulls the cholesterol out of my blood so that my blood can circulate better. And it is so amazing. If I didn't have it, I probably wouldn't be here anymore. My father and my grandfather, they both died in 44 and 45 years old from this disorder, but it was before they had really gotten a lot of information in the United States about it. And I'm really blessed with this machine that is able to separate my blood from my plasma, clean the plasma, and put it back to me. It's just a huge blessing. And the other part that is really exciting is no matter what we eat, when you have this disorder, how much exercise you do, it's not going to make it go away.
Right.
So when you have FH, you strive to be healthy no matter what, because oh my gosh, my cholesterol levels are over 300, 360, clear up to 400, 500. So it's really important that I eat healthy, make sure I don't have any man-made chemicals in me, because my body just holds on to it. I have no way to get rid of it. But there are vegan people that are super thin, way healthy, and their cholesterol levels are higher than mine.
Yep.
So it's amazing. Amazing.
Yep. It's
Yep.
I am vegan, and I don't, I don't have problems with cholesterol, but I know other people that do. So
Yes.
that's absolutely right. And it's because of just genetic mutations. I have some myself, that one that caused a birth defect, and I have to be careful taking any products that have folic acid or B12 in them, because I don't have what it takes to break those down, and I can get toxic on them.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, so just like you can't get rid of the cholesterol, I can't get rid of the folic acid and the B12 in my body. So even though I
Sure.
eat, very, very clean diet and vegan,
Right.
I have to take special kinds of B12 and folic acid. But I didn't even realize I had it, and
Right.
like you said, your father and grandfather, they didn't realize. We're
Right.
learning things all the time, especially with genetics.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And it's just amazing how, like in our part of the country, how little people know about FH.
Mhm.
And they are all dying very young because they aren't even aware they have it. Well, we learned too that, like, my grandchildren, we had all of them tested, so we know which ones have it. So hopefully we can prevent them from having a heart attack later.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't recommend them. They're not fun.
No, not at all. My goodness. The machines, like you said, are just amazing. I did do a little bit of work in dialysis, and
Mm,
that's, of course, filtering something else for them, but primarily the same sort of idea, something that your body
right,
can get rid of naturally. And
right.
thank God for some of the technology that we have these days.
That's true. Because, like I said, if we didn't have it, I wouldn't be here. So
Yeah. So,
it's really amazing. And it's a blessing. And like I said, the more natural I find, the happier I am. So it's,
absolutely. And it's, even if you don't have, those who are watching later, even if you don't have any type of sensitivities,
mhm.
um, know that that doesn't mean you won't always have sensitivities. People are becoming more and more sensitive as the toxins build up in their body, and their liver is unable to cope with it. Um,
Right.
Fat actually grasps toxins. Fat. Fat actually saves people's lives every day. I mean, I know people say, "Oh, if you're too heavy, blah blah blah," whatever they say. But the fact of the matter is, that fat is trapping toxins and keeping them from killing you, probably. And I'm not speaking to you directly. I'm speaking to
Right.
the general audience, right? I mean,
Right.
with me, I know, after I started, I went completely pharmaceutical free for 10 years, but I wasn't getting any sleep. And so I
Oh,
just recently went on a pharmaceutical. I use medical marijuana for my pain during the day so that I can function. But,
cool.
but at night, medical marijuana doesn't put me to sleep. So I
Sure.
went on a pharmaceutical, and I immediately got this, gained weight in my belly area, and I knew that it was just from this medication, from the
Hmm.
toxins that are in it. It's just crazy how our body is so amazing, the way that it
Yes.
protects us. you know
Right.
and
It is.
yeah, and the like you mentioned, water's so very, very important too, to have good water. um,
Yes.
And unfortunately, many of the bottled waters and stuff, they test them and they're worse than tap water half the time. So it's really hard to know what water you can trust and what water you can't trust.
Absolutely. It's just amazing. The technology is good on one side and not on the other. So we have to really research everything that we encounter every day, and we have to make sure, it's just amazing.
Yeah.
Like I said, we need to live like our ancestors and not do all this extra everything. It's just crazy.
Yeah. Well, speaking of that, I live without refrigeration. I live semi off grid. I do have electricity, but
Right?
So do you have, well, you said you had capsules. Do you have like a powder form as well? You said you had to keep it refrigerated or?
Yeah, I think if you keep it cool, that it should be okay. Um, I can't remember the exact temperature on the bottle right now, but I believe that if you don't let it get super hot,
Mhm,
that it'll be all right.
mhm.
And I'm sure that if you have, what what do you do for your keeping things cool? Do you
I have a
um
cooler, but it just, I don't keep, well, I'm vegan, so I don't do milk or meats or anything that really spoil.
sure,
I put my grapes in the cooler.
sure,
Yeah.
sure. Well, and I'm sure it would be fine in there, you
Okay.
know.
Is that a powder or a liquid then?
It's a powder.
It's a powder. Okay.
So, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to
The
look at and see the B contents and things. Sometimes
Sure.
I can't take stuff because of that, but I know
Right.
so many people that need products that are natural and chemical free. I was
Mhm.
telling you before we started recording, I have this dear friend just living in the desert, struggling to survive because she has multiple chemical sensitivity, and she like it seems, and I'm not I don't have allergies or I'm not like sensitive to these things, but I have a very acute sense of smell. And so when
Sure.
when I go to the grocery store, that's about the only place I can go. But when I go there, I mean, I can just smell the perfumes and chemicals coming off of people too,
Oh,
I
yes.
can't imagine being actually allergic to those things like she is. I mean, her throat
Oh.
closes off, her organs shut down. I mean, she has
Oh
serious
my goodness.
reactions, and it's so sad because even like she can't even visit with her daughter and her grandkids, and
Oh.
it's so isolating. And I don't know how she gets products. She must have very, very pure products. So I'll be sure your information gets to her. Um,
Sure.
and then
Okay.
she knows other people like her too.
Yes.
Those of us that have these conditions, we kind of flock somewhere. We have a forum or something where we can talk with each other because we're the
Right.
only ones that can truly understand what we're going through. Um,
Very true.
I mean, we have an idea having different things, obviously, but when you flock with other people that have exactly what you're going through, it's just, you need that.
Well, it's comforting to know
Yeah,
that you're not alone,
exactly.
and it's like somebody else, they actually understand what you're talking about, and that's very, very helpful.
Yeah.
It gives you some relief. It gives you some, oh my gosh, I'm not by myself. So,
Yeah.
yes.
I'm so grateful for technology like this, where we can actually see each other face to face,
Yes.
and it's just better, I think, than on the phone or chatting.
Yes.
I use my Zoom for a lot of things, and
Very good.
trainings and for the team and different things like that too. And
Sure.
there, I think we're seeing a lot of really good connections between people in the businesses and stuff. So
Yes.
pretty awesome.
Learn lots and share what we can and help each other. That's really important.
It's very important.
Yes.
Yeah. Because we all know so much more than we think we do. Just from
That's very
just from
true.
having experienced and survived our own lives, right?
Yes, life experience is greater than anything, I believe.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I am so excited to get to share with you today and hopefully help someone that needs it. And
Yeah.
reaching out to people is really a big important to me. So,
Well, I'm so glad you came on. Now let's talk a little bit about oils because, like I said, I was in a company
okay.
before, and
Hmm.
I actually went for international training. I
Hmm.
never took the test, and now I'd have to go back and restudy and everything. But I went to the training anyway, and I was at one point I knew enough to take the test. Now I've probably
Sure.
forgotten it. But oils are just incredible. And there's one particular oil called helichrysum. I don't know if your company carries that one.
I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, that one is particularly good for nerve pain for me.
Oh,
Um,
awesome.
yeah, and it's very hard to find anything that works for nerve pain. Even pharmaceuticals, even IV pharmaceuticals don't work. So when you
Right.
can find something in natural oil that works for that, that's incredible.
Mhm. Well, I know that we have like frankincense and lavender, and we have peppermint, tea tree oil. Oh my gosh. I know that like the frankincense and the lavender together, they are very calming and they are healing for some reason. They keep you just like relaxed so your anxiety levels don't go over the top. I know that the peppermint, it helps with pain. It's amazing. My knees and stuff get achy, of course, and oh my gosh, I put that on there and it relieves it.
Yeah.
So it's easier to walk. I might smell like a candy cane, but that's okay.
Right, who
And
cares?
yes, right. And we have orange and grapefruit oil, and oh my gosh, there's such a variety. But the frankincense and the lavenders, and those are my favorite, of course. They really seem to help. Um, there's oregano, and that's supposed to help with the pain as well. And my husband uses that on his inflammation in his hands. He has RA, so he has, those days that it is tough. It's just amazing. And we have a really amazing list of how and what to use for specific things that have helped other people.
Nice.
So that's really nice. And they are 100% pure and it tells you, what is in the product. And like I said earlier, we use the grapeseed oil to help dilute them a little bit because they are so concentrated. So you don't want to overdo either.
Right. When I was working with good oils, people would come out with a recipe and it would have like 40 drops of something. I'm like, no, don't put 40 drops of my oil in that recipe,
Right.
It might take 3 drops or something, but
Right.
yeah.
Because it is very, very, oh my gosh, very potent. It doesn't look like much when you purchase it, but oh my gosh, go a long way it does. It's amazing. We also have like mouthwash and stuff like that, and it's not alkaline or alcohol based at all. So it's kind of different. You go and use, because our mouth health is important as well. It helps keep the bacteria and whatnot cleaned out, and it's just amazing. I'm so excited to share it. So it's just, I don't know. We also have like little alkalides tablet, or not tablets, but strips that you can put in things to see how much alkalinity they have in them, or acid, excuse me, or alkaline. That way you know how to adjust for.
Yeah.
So it's really awesome.
Yeah, that's a really important piece too, is the alkalinization of the body. And you can undo that pretty quickly. There's a lot of foods that people eat. And,
all the time.
Yeah.
Well, and it changes your behavior as well. And food colors, food dyes. It's just amazing. So if we can do natural, we're better.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm going to mute for a minute because I got to.
Oh. Bless you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
A lot of people don't realize that even at a health food store, a health food store is better, and if you pay attention, you can get some good stuff there. But
right,
like if you're buying your vitamins at Walmart or even Walgreens or someplace like that, you are not getting quality stuff. I'm telling you.
Right. That's very true.
It doesn't matter what you take in; it's what your body can use. And like I forget what the name of the company is, but one of those companies is out there. I don't know if they are still on the market, but they were making um, caramel chews that had calcium in it.
Oh, okay.
And
I
it was
remember.
the big rage, yeah, you know,
Yes.
but it was calcium carbonate, and calcium carbonate is not the right kind of calcium to help people, you know, and
Right.
or they put calcium in orange juice and charge people primo prices. Well, vitamin C blocks the absorption of calcium, so that's a complete
Oh,
that
wow.
that is a complete thievery of people's
Yes.
money, you know.
Yes, it is.
And then God forbid the hormone supplements that they put women
Oh,
on when they go through hysterectomies or they go through menopause. And actually,
yes.
the white horse that you might see on my profile picture on Facebook, um,
Mm-hmm.
she was a rescued PMU mare,
Oh,
and
oh.
there's this drug out there for those that don't know about it. It sounds like you might know about it already, but there's this drug called Premarin, and
Mm-hmm.
they give it to women, and that's made from pregnant mare urine, and that's why they're
Right.
called PMU mares. And they just like that mare. When I bought her, it took me a year of working with her every day before I could. Like psychologically, she was really messed up. Physically, her hooves, she had horrible infections in her hooves, and I had to use
Oh,
metamucilone and fix that. But they keep them in these little teeny tiny stalls where they can't even turn around, lay down, or anything. They just have to stand, and
oh,
they don't give them enough water, so their urine is very, very concentrated because they can make more drugs that way, and they keep them perpetually pregnant. Their
oh,
babies wind up going, a lot of them, to Japan where they're eaten, and I mean,
ah,
it's just a horrible, horrible pharmaceutical debauchery as far as I'm concerned, because there are plenty of herbs that can take care of women's hormones. They've been
yes.
using them for centuries, and and they don't tell the women that they put on these drugs of all of this horror that's going on behind the scene, or I guarantee you probably 99% of the women would, slap them.
Right.
How dare you even try to put me on something that's causing that much misery elsewhere, So,
Right. That is horrible. I can't even fathom that.
yeah,
Oh
I
my
don't know
goodness.
how they've gotten away with it all these years. But thank God there are horse rescues out there that, will go, and they do fundraisers till they make enough money to go and rescue these
Oh,
mares,
wow.
or to rescue some babies. There's a place here in town that it's they use horses like therapy animals to work with troubled teens, and
Yes.
they take care of the horses from the time they're babies, and it
Aw.
teaches them responsibility and bonding, and horses are
Mm-hmm.
they're so healing anyway, I think,
I agree.
and it's just, it brings these girls and not just girls, I don't think, but it brings these teenagers around, gets them
Yes.
off the streets doing things they're not supposed to do. So,
Sure.
but it's there's so many things out there. Like, I'm so glad you came on, because I have never heard of your company. I've never heard of your products, and we kind of think that, oh, we kind of know about everything that's out there. If we're in the field and we're actively looking for things, but there's hundreds and thousands of things out there that I don't know about. So it's always exciting to me to learn about new products that are helping people.
Right.
Yeah.
That was my grandson. He peeked in to see what we were
Oh,
doing.
bring you back. Hi,
Say hello. Can you say
Batman.
hi? Yeah. Say, can you tell Miss Catherine what your name is? No, you're going to be shy? Okay.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah, I get to visit. I watch my grandchildren during the week while Mama works. So,
that's sweet.
yeah, and I've got to do that for the last 11 years. So it's really nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can go to school in 5 days.
Yes, you get to go to school in 5 days.
All right. What?
That's a long time.
My grandson starts school in a few days too.
That's really long.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Well, this is Hudson, and he is my youngest. He's 4. So
Nice.
the last one that's going to, oh my gosh, time goes too fast, I tell you.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, my daughter just had another one not so long ago, so we've still got a baby in the family. And my
Oh, nice.
child's 11, and so she's well versed in school.
That's nice. Sorry, I didn't mean to disappear for a second
That's
there.
okay. That's okay.
Oh, but yeah, I've been very blessed and able to take care of these children and help raise them and teach them, the good things in life. And, then that could be a whole nother story, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So.
And we just love sneaking in the nutrition on them with your greens product. I know.
Yes.
Sneak it in on them because kids don't always, some kids just, have horrendous eating habits. So I love to be able to sneak something in on them that's good.
Right. Well, and the fun thing is Grandma can usually get away with things better than Mom can.
Yeah.
Just because it's a grandma thing,
That's right.
So
grandmas hold a special place.
That's right. That's funny. But just amazing. And like I said, I really, really want to reach out and help people that are having troubles and having a hard time, and letting them know that there's other options, and seeing that, there are other ways to stay healthy and get well and not have to worry about putting another highly, highly expensive medicine in your body that's going to do nothing but end you up in some sort of court action because it's killed some part of your body off, or or you're paying for a family member that has died from it. I mean, oh my gosh, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, they pretty much killed my dad with insulin. He was a type 2 diabetic, which does not require insulin. Type 2 diabetes can be handled in other ways, but what they do is they put him on the oral one, and then they put him on some insulin, and that's basically a death signature right there. Because insulin if you're a type 1 diabetic and you have to have insulin, then you have to have it. It's
right.
like with your cholesterol and my B vitamins, But, but everybody else, stay away from it. Don't let them put you on it, because type 2 diabetes, you've got to get, if you want to live and have health, you've got to get serious with your diet and exercise for diabetes. That's just it. And you can't just load your body up with sugar. And so many people don't realize what they're eating is sugar. And thankfully, I will say that the hospitals do a fairly decent. The diabetes is probably the one condition that they actually teach diet.
Right.
So hooray! We teach. We address one illness the correct way. But really, obviously that should be the first place to go with anything.
Right.
Genetic things. I want to share this with you. I share it with everybody because I just found out about it, and here I am, 52 years old, and I've had it my whole life and didn't know. There's this genetic mutation called MTHFR.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of that? I can't remember what the name is because it's this long. But MTHFR, and what it is, it's a chromosomal defect on chromosome 1, and it you don't break down folic acid and B12. It can cause lots of illness, lots of chronic conditions, especially because you know how important the B vitamins are. So if you're not utilizing them, but one of the largest glaring statistics for me is that 98% of children who are autistic tested have this genetic mutation. And once they stop giving them the quote toxic vitamins and they start giving them the correct ones that their body can utilize, the autism goes away. I mean, this is powerful. And it's
Yes.
also, it's really huge for people that have like bipolar, depression,
Mm-hmm.
anxiety disorders. They can all be this MTHFR thing. And once
Oh,
they get,
wow.
yeah, so this is huge.
Yes.
So spread that word and look it up. You know, there's all kinds of videos on YouTube and all of that.
Okay.
MTHFR. And it's sort of like a shortened version
Okay.
of a cuss word. And it really, I mean, you know,
Right.
some of the things it can cause is about appropriate.
Right. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That is wild. But yeah, oh my gosh. Well, and I think a lot of it is based on our food,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
you know? I mean, seriously. Oh my gosh, it's just crazy. Everything is so processed and so bad. It's not good for you at all.
Yeah.
And I mean, because think about it, when we were raising our children, this autism thing was, I don't ever remember it when my kids were growing up. And now that my grandchildren are here, it is abundant. It's just amazing. And I know that I see different behaviors in my children if they're drinking red juices or, specific too much of something, you can really see a difference in them. Their behaviors are different. They don't function as well. And it makes sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
It's just,
Yeah. I have always, I've always said that there's a diet component to autism, or I think a lot of kids, I've worked with some autistic kids, and it's a wide range, of course. I mean, some that are just what they call the spectrum, and then there's the full, blown autism. But my mom has a service dog, and the company that does her service dog does dogs for autistic kids. So I've had,
cool.
had some experience there, and then working with the naturopath we unfortunately had autistic kids come to us after vaccinations.
Oh, right.
And there is definitely, I don't care what anybody says, I don't care what their studies say, there is a connection there. I've seen it because I've taken care of these kids the day before their vaccination and the day after their vaccination, and there's what else could cause that overnight?
Right, nothing. I mean, you're putting poison in them, basically. And it does affect them. And look at everything we're vaccinating for, stuff that doesn't even, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Holy buckets.
It's a business.
Yes.
Yeah.
It all boils down to the dollar, I'm telling you. It's just crazy.
Yeah. And it's
Madness.
like the mental health disorder book, the MMR3, there used to be 3 of them. Now there's 7 or something. I don't know. Like they just keep making up mental health illnesses and diagnoses to so that they can sell more drugs. I mean, it's
right. It's like
crazy.
One drug to counter what the other one does. It's like, are you kidding me right now?
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
And it's almost, for me anyway, and I don't know if it's just because I've been on this journey for many, many years, but it's almost laughable. Like, I don't have a TV, but I hear other people, and I know I've been places where there were TVs where a commercial came on with a medication, and they're telling you, what a horrible person you are because you have this thing, whatever it is. And then they're telling you, but here's the solution. And then for twice as long, they're telling you all the side effects, that it can kill you, your left leg is going to fall off. I mean, it's almost laughable. I'm just waiting for okay, when are you people going to get this joke, right? Because it's a joke.
Exactly. You're right. It is.
I mean, it's not because it's killing people. It's horrendous. But you know what I mean.
Right. Yes.
How could anybody listen to that set of side effects and still put it in their body?
I know. I don't get that either. It's like, seriously? It's amazing to me. It's like, okay, so if your left foot falls off and your right arm, you're still going to take it because
you have restless leg syndrome.
Right?
Might as well get rid of the legs, right?
Right? Oh my goodness.
But sadly, many of these conditions are caused from dietary either too many processed foods, food
Right.
allergies, or just basic nutritional deficiencies. Because as you've said,
Turn it down.
we're not getting the minerals and the vitamins out of our food. The minerals aren't in the soil that need to be there.
Right.
And
Very true.
so some people think, oh, well, if I eat fruits and vegetables, I'm good. Well, yeah, you're
There,
better, but
right, but there's more to it than that.
that's right. And even,
Right.
sadly enough, even organic things that are labeled organic can still have toxins and things on them because they can be grown organic and labeled organic, but that doesn't have anything to do with the way they're transported, from what I'm understanding. Like during
Right.
transportation, they can put something on them. So
Well,
so crazy.
and organic is an it word. So, you know what I'm saying? Every few months they come up with a new it word. And well, organic is the it word. So let's see how much we can, push and see, because I mean, seriously, couldn't they just put a sticker on it and say it is?
Yeah.
I mean, really? You don't really know, but it's just crazy. Just crazy.
I am so blessed because I live on the back of somebody's property, and he has this huge organic garden here that he
Ah,
takes care of, and I can
yeah.
just help out with a few weeds as I can. He understands my condition, but I'm welcome to eat out of that garden. And
Oh,
such a blessing because I mean,
yes.
it still rains on it, so there's probably still chemicals regardless, but it's still better than at the store or something that's come from another country. Nothing against other countries, but I mean,
Right.
you just never
Well,
know.
right. Well, and think about it. How would they actually ship fresh fruits and vegetables that far without some sort of way to keep them that way? They
Right.
can't. It doesn't make any sense. It would be all broke down by the time we received it. So to me, it's just another one of those things. How much can we pass off to, make a dollar? You know?
Exactly. It is.
So,
Yeah.
it's wild.
And they pick the items very, very green, and
Yes.
the um, nutritional value of these foods is not as good as if it were got ripe on the vine, so to speak. That's when you
Right.
really get all the nutrition and enzymes and stuff when they pick them so green. And yeah, they'll ripen after a month or whatever long it takes them to get to the right country where they're going to sell them, but the nutrition
Right.
is not there.
Exactly. So it's just an endless battle.
So
Right.
companies like yours that have these products, I mean, that's thank God for stuff like that.
Right.
Mhm.
Very true. And it's very amazing on how much research that they have done. And, it's just, they put in a lot of work, and a lot of the founders of the company are their brothers, and they take their health very seriously. And if it's all right, maybe I could post some of their information on your page so
Oh, in the
that,
group, please do. Yeah.
yes,
Mhm. Please
that
do.
would
That's
be
what it's there
awesome.
for. Yeah.
Okay. I
Yeah.
would greatly appreciate that because, they do a much better explanation than I am able to. And it's just, they're very passionate men about taking care of their families and making sure people get their needs met. And it's very, very refreshing to
Yeah.
see.
Yeah.
And
That's awesome.
yes. Very, very awesome. And like I said, they give back to communities and the earth as well. So it's really empowering to me to see that there's people actually out there that are willing to do this.
Yeah. Thank
So,
goodness that there are so many people out there actively working to help people with their health as because we need them. We need everybody that we can get. Talking the
yes.
truth, not saying take this pill and it's going to cure you of everything.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Health is a very multi-dimensional thing. I mean, there's so many components to health.
Yes.
Diet is imperative. So is water, but so is your mindset. So is
Right. It's a package deal. You have to take care of all of it.
yeah, yeah. And
Very
you
true.
mentioned something about an oxygen product. Oh, we're almost at the top of the hour, but if you don't mind, um, I do medical ozone treatments. I've been working with ozone for many, many years now, and I know the power of oxygen in the body. So if you'll just touch on that and then give us your contact information, and then
Okay.
also give that to me in a chat, and I'll be sure to put it on the YouTube video.
Oh, all right. Well, what it is called is alkalizing oxygen, and it comes in a tablet form, and it helps get your body in check, get the acid levels down, opening up your ability to breathe better. You're utilizing your own breathing and whatnot, so that you do feel better and you can function more, and it is just amazing. Like I said, my mother-in-law, she has COPD, and she said it seems to be helping her. So that is just amazing, and able to move and not get winded so fast.
Oh, that's
So
incredible. Yeah.
yes. And my information is I don't know if they want my health page information. I would love to share that.
Mm-hmm.
It's www.o is in orange, R is in rabbit, G or OUR G V green and then Valentine health HEALTH.com and then a / MISSKAY. All one word. Miss K. Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
And then do you have a phone number that you give out or anything, or email or Facebook or anything like that?
Sure. We can reach out to me on my Facebook page. Kay Dillie is my Facebook page. I would be glad to direct people, show them where they could find this information, anything that they would like to do with that.
Awesome.
That would be great.
And you are a new member of our Miracles Happen Focus on Wellness Facebook group, so you can also find both of us in there.
Awesome.
Feel free to add people to that group, if they're
okay.
It's just holistic health stuff. There's several members in there that are in product companies like yours. I'm not in a product company at the moment, but I don't mind you putting your link up or anything. So far, well, we do have quite a few Kangen water people, but nobody is in there with your company because I have never heard of it. So,
right.
I just want to thank you again, Kay, especially for this last minute. I know that we could talk for hours, and I want to let you get back to your grandson. And he's been very patient, so thank him for me and give him a special treat or something.
I will do that. He's a cool little person to hang out with.
Yeah, that's a long time to wait. We've been talking a whole hour, so
right.
So welcome to the wellness group, and thank you so much for speaking with me today, and hopefully we'll get you some more business and help people with their health there.
That would be awesome, and thank you so much.
Oh,
you have a wonderful day.
You too, Kay. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.